Corridor 8, Deck 10, Beginning Scene. Welcome to Journey, an intergalactic science laboratory vessel under the flag of Volume and Sky, one of the 5 placed into flight, built to scour the heavens in the name of science. Monos Nan Belgard, commanding, female, rigid, stern, yet unknown to crew, vulnerable, due to an unwarranted self-consciousness. Her beauty was unmatched, even from a decades younger woman. However, the lines she so critically examined in her demeanor filled her mind with doubts. Her reflection stared back at her, and she wondered what it was thinking. Belgard dimmed the lighting and went to lay down to relax. She lay atop the sheets, kicking her boots to the floor. Restless, she rose and made way to a beverage station located nearby. Pulling a cork from a long neck bottle, she poured a healthy dose of liquid into a short, transparent crystal. The visitor's chime to her dwelling interrupted her activities. With the container halfway to her lips, the chime rang again. She sipped a portion of the liquid she held in her glass and spoke. Open. Nan Belgard took a seat on the mattress of the sleeping area, conveniently visible to anyone in the doorway. The door slid open, revealing Crewling Carlon, who opened up as quickly as Belgard's chamber did for him on arrival. "You wanted to see me?" he asked from the doorway. "Yes, I had a question for you. I will have Journey Hawk ready to fly on schedule." "I expected no less, Carlon. You're an excellent physics link and engineer, but that is not what I wanted to ask." Carlon lowered his eyes to the carpeted portion of deck plating. He still had not completely entered the softly lit cabin. Chemist Link Quill Mist coincidentally passed by. She spoke leisurely to Carlon. "Hi," she waved. After glancing at the sight of the mono sitting in view of the doorway in her cabin, Quill waved and said hello to her also. Belgard tilted her glass and smiled. "Get you some sleep, Misty. You know you will be covering Carlon's shifts at the top of the day for tomorrow." "That's an affirmative. I'm heading to my cabin now," Quill yelled behind herself as she completed her walk past the doorway. "Good," Nan responded with a crooked grin etched into her lips. She stared deviously at an uncomfortable Carlon. Silence hung in the air until Crewling Mist undoubtedly made it out of earshot and on her way. Carlon stepped further in for safety and cleared his throat. Before he could get a word out, Belgard interrupted him. "My decision to send Dames out in the Nomad Hawk after requisition didn't appear to suit your fancy the other day." Carlon tried to look up, down, around, and was unable to resist her authority. Off the clock or not, he was subject at this moment. "I thought that was the issue," he mumbled. "What was that? I couldn't hear you. Speak up." "Whether it did or did not, it's not in my control, nor is it protocol to be disputed under the circumstances," Carlon sniffed. "Your presence here at this hour isn't protocol either," Belgard teased, "but you seem to be overlooking that." "Your summons overrides all of that, Monos," Carlon responded sinisterly. Belgard took a long breath, apparently defeated in the debate. "Cute. Let's cut to the chase. Are you or are you not upset after I sent Alyssa Dames to a galaxy none of us have been to? Look, I don't know why it's so important what I think of your decision in that matter. It totally eludes me, and that is very irritating. Dames and I work closely together, yes, and it was difficult finding someone with a knowledge of botany to accompany me to Ruba. But Dueling Treme should do fine to cover Alyssa's task." "Then what? What is it, Mom?" Just be straight up. I feel if Lissa runs into trouble, we'll be a bit far away, that's all. If Lissa runs into trouble, Velgar lightly chuckled. Yes, you asked, Carlon fired back abruptly. Well, I know what I'm doing, so Alyssa will be safe enough. Velgar looked away and smiled as inwardly as she could. You're free to go, she stated, not once attempting to reclaim her focus into Carlon's brown glassy eyes. Had he been any closer to her, she would have seen the moisture forming, attempting to drain from his lids. This would be the final moment he would speak to her before launch. Defeated, he retreated out of her cabin door. The barrier slid shut with a whoosh. You're free to go, she repeated, towards the closed port. It separated her and her physics engineering link and romantic interest. He stood for a long moment outside her cabin on the other side. Then he scampered off before anyone else walked, coincidentally down Corridor 8, Deck 10. Inside the sealed chambers, Manos Nan Velgar took a long gulp of her beverage. She placed the glass down on the countertop next to what she considered more of a bunk than a bed. She sat there and ran a hand over its surface. How many cozy nights had she lounged here with Carlon next to her? Nan could not produce a number. This is more from reluctancy than inability. Those priceless moments would be all she would have left while he was away. After laying down, her head found her pillow in its familiar place. Closing her eyes, she felt the alcohol consuming her being rapidly. Waves pulsated and spread over her body as she drifted off into unconsciousness. Corridor 8, Deck 10, end scene.